Hello, and welcome to this week's module, Person and Environment. We're going to be talking about Dr. Newman, Dr. Leininger, Dr. Watson, all extraordinary women and nurses. They all looked beyond the person's illness to address the actual person, what makes up a person, their culture, their families, their jobs, etc. We're going to be talking more on the paper today. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Dr. Leininger and Dr. Watson. Dr. Madeline Leininger was a nurse, but she was also an anthropologist. She began her nursing career as a diploma graduate, went on to earn her bachelor's, master's, and doctorate. She was a psychiatric nurse and was intrigued by the influences that culture had on her patients. She first began to formulate her transcultural care theory when she was working in New Guinea and observed firsthand how culture impacted health. She saw the need for blending our cultures and using our strengths into our nursing care. Now, Dr. Watson first knew she wanted to become a nurse when she watched a friend have a seizure. She also began her career as a diploma grad, earning her bachelor's, master's, and doctorate later on. She was especially interested in mental health and also, interesting enough, pursued international sabbatical studies throughout the Pacific. She became concerned with how nurses expressed care to their patients, and the philosophy and theory of transpersonal caring began to take shape. Several health systems have chosen Watson's caring system as their foundation to nursing practice. Riverside Health System has also selected Watson's caring system as a foundation. And one interesting side note, at least I think is interesting, is that Jean Watson lost her left eye due to an accident. So let's take a look at this paper. It is somewhat different in that you don't have to choose a practice setting that fits this theory. We've done it for you. And as you read the assignment, you're able to choose one of the case studies to explore and align the nursing care with the highlighting nursing theorist. After you review the assignment, you're going to answer the questions, and again, you need to provide details for your answers. The questions are straightforward, but if you need clarification, please reach out. I've said this before, I'll say it again. If it helps you to use those bullets, these questions, and incorporate it into your paper as headings, please do so. Use keywords throughout the case study and keywords in those bullet points. You have case study number 1 that will align with Madeline Leininger's cultural care model, or you can choose case study number 2, which aligns with the transpersonal caring relationship. Remember, the assignment must be completed in APA format. Please use your APA textbook. Cross-check your references. Cross-check your citations and quotations. The paper is really an essay, and it should be between 3 and 5 pages. And once you add the title page and the reference page, you're looking at 5 to 7 pages. The paper must also include 3 references, one of which will be your book. Remember that these references need to be evidence-based. If you choose to use YouTube, blog, or a .com reference, that's fine. That can support your paper. But please know that these references or resources will not be counted among the 3 references that we're asking you for. Review the rubric as you're writing it, and then just before you submit it, double check, make sure that, of course, the content is going to be worth the largest amount of points. The introduction, you need to make sure you tell us what your paper is going to be about. It's not enough to talk about Dr. Watson, Dr. Leininger. You need to make sure that you're going to state that your paper is aligning this theory with a case study. Organization and the headings, the spelling, grammar, all that. Take a look at the rubric just before you submit it. Make sure you have all of the components. Students have typically enjoyed this paper because they're able to actually look at this model and see how it truly impacts nursing care. So email me, text me if you have any questions, and I look forward to reading your papers. Have a great one.